Welcome back to another video. So, if you're playing Cold War, if you're playing Warzone, Season 2 of Cold War is coming to an end in about maybe 5 days or so. Whatever you're doing right now, everybody's just kind of doing their own thing. While there's really no content right now, I decided to do something only a sane person would do, and that is create the worst ZRG class I could come up with, and torture myself. I would show you it in the class setup, but I don't want to ruin the surprise. I'm gonna find a match. I'm gonna try this out. So don't, if I rage early, so be it. This is probably one of the worst things I could do to myself, especially in Cold War. So yeah. look at this abomination right here, baby. Of my own design. I created my own Frankenstein, freaking nature. Ooh. Ooh, it's really slow. Oh, this is gonna be. I'm not used to the thermal sight. It's a weird zoom. Look at this fucking abomination. So the inspiration of doing this is not based on like, oh yeah, the game is in a content trail right now. Let's go figure, because season 2 is gonna end soon. But I also wanted to the pros and cons of the perk system in the game, because it's weird. Like, I feel like in certain things you have more pros, in certain things you have more cons. But it also feels like that the pros don't matter too much, because the cons on everything in particular are like ADS speed, sprint to fire, bullet velocity, which I think bullet velocity is a new important type of perk in the game, where it affects how much damage you can do from, I think, a range. I hate the thermal sight. I hate it. I was gonna use another barrel for this, but I really didn't want to deal with the rechambering being super slow. I really can't tell if this is the worst class, but yeah, in certain situations, the pros and cons of the attachments in the game are what make and break a gun, which in other games it was, wow, that reload was fucking fast. But yeah, my inspiration for this was from the little perk system they got going on with weapons and what make and break a weapon. I don't know, the design is kind of weird to me. Of how where is this guy? That didn't kill him? Is the suppressor really that fucking what is that? Alright, that guy is the worst class then. Dude, the thermal's so weird, because it's like, it feels like you're not even zooming in with it. It's just, it's like a scope you don't zoom in with. It's awkward. So after my grandmother passed away, my dad's sister, my aunt, has been coming over for cleaning up and getting paperwork done on Social Security, cleaning up jewelry and all that my grandmother used to own. And she had, shut up, bro. She had a lot, my grandmother had a lot of jewelry. I just noticed that. Like, some of it being pretty cool. She had like seashells for earrings. It was actually really weird, but I guess I could see the appeal. I mean, how could I see the appeal? I don't wear earrings or anything like that. It was a pretty design choice, I guess. She had like little fine chinas. I think they were fine chinas, little plates, little teacups. I guess if you could call that fine china. And we recently got her ashes back, so we're gotta prepare a burial and go down to the cemetery and bury her next to her mom, because my grandmother wanted to be cremated, and she wanted to be buried next to her mom after she passed away, which is, I like that. I like how you have a plan for when you go out, or when you pass away, and you want to be buried near relatives that, especially your mom. That should have been a collat. What is this? She always wanted to be buried next to her mom when she passed, so, which I probably want to be, you know? I probably want to be cremated and buried next to none of my parents are dead, but like, you know, if anything ever unfortunate happens, which I hope it doesn't, or when they pass away from natural causes like getting old or something like that, I probably want to be buried next to them as well. Which I think my dad is going to be buried in a military cemetery because he was in the military. I think that's already planned out for him for when he passes away. I find that really touching, how she wanted to be buried next to her parents. Just cleaning out everything she owned, all her paperwork and all that. So I'm kind of just trying to help as much as I can with that. I want to talk about this thermal for a second. Like, why is it so awkward to use? Like, okay, so you zoom in, but it feels like you don't zoom in at all. It kind of feels like you just keep your normal ADS zoom from like maybe a reflex sight or something, or maybe a 2x. I guess it's more relatable to a 2x scope, which I don't know if other Call of Duties did that, because I don't remember the scope from other CODs. Get this shit out of here. I don't remember the thermoscope, if it zoomed in or not. It's just awkward. I guess this class is more awkward than bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's bad, but it doesn't feel terrible, but it just feels really awkward. I hate the thermal. Holy shit, why'd I do this to myself? Ooh, reload! Whatever the case, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, torturing myself in Cold War was, I don't know, it kind of wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I probably could have actually hit something in that lobby if I was playing seriously with a normal, like, Tundra or something, but pain. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.